public request form, and it is, sorry, I can't read the last name, Policiano?
You're close enough.
Mark Policiano. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Prosper. So my name is Mark Policiano. I'm a 41-year-old lifelong Texan turned whistleblower after working at T-Mobile for 17 years. In September 2023, I walked away from my career that I made $200,000 from and turned down my $150,000 severance so I could show you how T-Mobile destroys our country from within with practices like environmental social governance and diversity, equity, and inclusion. T-Mobile has had me severely censored on social media, which is why I'm now going to city council meetings, because I finally learned this is the only way my First Amendment right is protected online on social media. And I'm glad I kind of came tonight where people took some oaths to the Constitution, because I want to rattle off some ways T-Mobile violates the United States Constitution. Outside of, well, maybe this doesn't violate the Constitution, but let me start with diversity, equity, and inclusion. T-Mobile has 10 groups for diversity, equity, and inclusion. None of them represent your average white Christian male, because companies use diversity, equity, and inclusion to divide America from within. I'm not against diversity or anything, but that's just how the program is being used. T-Mobile censored customer text messages during COVID. So you remember when Facebook and Google were censoring COVID information and it was deemed unconstitutional and they got in trouble for it? Well, T-Mobile was doing the same thing and they actually got away with it. I've exposed that on one of my many stories on my website. T-Mobile provides unlimited money for transgender surgeries while they limit benefits for in vitro. So if you're a mother and you have 4 children, your children can have unlimited money to change genders as much as they want. But if you need help having a child, you're going to be limited to $15,000, $20,000. So you're going to come out of pocket to have a child. I fought T-Mobile's vaccine mandate. I worked out of the Frisco office. Prosper actually has a lot of T-Mobile employees that live here. I'll talk about one here in a minute. But I fought T-Mobile's vaccine mandate. I was locked out of the Frisco office for over 10 months, which is a violation of Texas Health and Safety Code Chapter 81D. But unfortunately for me, it wasn't a law at the time when T-Mobile got away with violating my rights. T-Mobile created the vaccine passports for the World Health Organization and the European Union, and they also created the digital ID for the European Union. So T-Mobile has all the technology to enslave humanity with all the artificial intelligence, vaccine passports, and everything else. I've exposed T-Mobile's merger lies. So you guys know in 2020, T-Mobile merged with Sprint. They promised to lower the prices of plans and increase jobs. They've done the complete opposite. They've laid off hundreds of people out of that Frisco office, tens of thousands of people across the country, and they've raised the prices on consumers while the executives are making the most money they've ever made. The stock is performing the highest it's ever been. They're reporting record cash flow while they're also raising the prices on consumers. On top of that, T-Mobile insiders and executives dumped $5.4 billion worth of stock in 2024, and nobody reported on it. Only me, the whistleblower, that has been severely censored. So let me tell you where Prosper fits into this. I got a false allegation of harassment out of Prosper from T-Mobile President Jon Freier. He lives here. I went to his community and passed out flyers to every house in his neighborhood exposing how all these unconstitutional actions that I just mentioned. So Jon Freier called the police, and he couldn't charge me with criminal trespassing because he doesn't own his entire gated community. He doesn't understand how private property works. Well, at that moment, that's when the Prosper police officer told him he could charge me for harassment if he told me to stop. So I had been texting Jon Freier some of my stories that I was exposing. I've known this guy for 15 years. He never told me to stop. Right there with the police officer, he texts stop. They charged me for harassment. I was supposed to have my trial on May 5th, but on May 1st, 4 days at my pretrial, the state prosecution, Collin County, Greg Willis's team, requested to delete 14 words out of my harassment charge. The same 14 words that the Prosper police officer needed to charge me for harassment are now removed because it was a lie, and the state knows that I was going to expose that lie when we go to court. So they've removed it, and now my trial is August 11th. So I know I've probably gone over my time. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to talk. Unfortunately, I'm a lifelong Texan. I'm watching Texas fall apart, whether it's the Epic City going on. They passed $2.5 billion to make movies. This state is turning blue. And if you wanted to turn Texas blue, what would you do? You'd move a bunch of Fortune 100 companies.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate you, Mayor. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.